What is up, guys? It is Fresco back again with another video. Excited to be back, and today we're going to be talking about 5 basic essentials for customizers and restorers. I'm going to tell you guys where you guys can go and buy them, what the use for it, and what the benefit for you is going to be. Nonetheless, with that being said, as always, please make sure that you guys like this video if you find it informative. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, help it grow. Hit the bell notification so that way you guys are notified each and every time I upload some new content. Head over to the Instagram page so that way you guys are always up to date on all things fresh. With that being said, guys, we're just going to go ahead and get into this video today. So go ahead and sit back, relax, take some notes. Let's get started. For the first basic essential that you guys want to make sure that you guys have on hand and on deck is you always want to make sure that you guys have some sort of paint brushes for whatever you guys are going to be doing next. I like to use the Angelus paint brushes. You can get it directly from angelusdirect.com, or you guys can order most of these basic essentials directly through remixyourkicks.com. It's a one-stop shop where you guys can get pretty much absolutely anything that you guys need for restoring or also for customizing. I'm going to make sure that I leave that link in the description down below so that way if you guys are looking to order anything with quick shipping, you guys can make sure that you guys are doing that at all times. Alright guys, so with the paintbrushes as well, make sure that when you're trying them out, you're seeing the quality of the brush strokes that these brushes are providing for you. These, for instance, are super cheap. They're very easy to find at Walmart. It's really you guys' preference. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys what are the best brushes and what aren't. I'll probably do another video on that and what my recommendation is. I mean, this really just comes from one, a personal preference, and two, it just comes from just trial and error, really. Make sure as well that you guys go back to my 3-part series on how to repaint midsoles so that way you guys can see how to easily be able to erase brush strokes. It's a real cool tip and trick that I showed you guys. Make sure that you guys go back to it. It should be on the 2nd part of the How to Repaint Midsole series. So with that being said, make sure that you guys are trying out as many paintbrushes as you guys can so that way you guys can find what you guys like best on the jobs that you guys are doing. So with that being said, the first basic essential, paintbrushes. So the second basic essential that you guys are going to want to make sure that you guys have on deck and on hands at all times is paint. Can't really do anything customizing or restoring if you do not have some sort of paint. Really guys, the 2 main contenders in my opinion is going to be Angelus and Jacquard, however you want to call it. Jacquard comes with many different types of lines. It comes with the airbrush ready, which is what you guys see here mainly on the top. And Angelus comes with a lot of the paintbrushing paint. Most important thing besides the paint brushes is to make sure that you guys have paints on deck. Alright guys, so for the third basic essential that as a customizer or a restorer, you're going to want to make sure that you have on hands at all time is something that we all love. We all want to have some sort of cleaning brushes or cleaning sets on hand at all times. You don't know what kind of job you're going to be confronted with or a client is going to ask you to do where you're going to have to really bring a shoe back to life, or if you're prepping for a custom, you're really going to want to make sure that the shoe is as clean as possible. You guys can head over to reshoevinator.com. You guys can check out everything that they have there. You guys can order these simple cleaning brushes, off-brand ones as well from Amazon. Very simple to find. So of course with these brush cleaning kits, most of the time they're going to include some sort of cleaning solvent. Now of course I'm sure that just like me, you guys in the past have done your own little mixture together 9 times out of 10, I'm sure that you guys have tried Dawn dish soap and water trick. Yeah, I mean, whatever floats your boat, whatever works for you guys. I mean, you guys just need to make sure that you guys understand very well the materials that you guys are working with. The thing about things such as suede or nubuck is that they're very delicate materials, and if you're using things that are too harsh or that dry out the materials or that can just really just burn out the materials, I mean, you're really gonna have a headache on dealing with that situation, whether it's figuring out a way on how to fix it or having to reimburse a client. So one of the biggest basic essentials of the brush cleaning kits or having brushes is making sure that you have a cleaning solvent that pairs well with those brushes as well. So keep that in mind, guys. Alright guys, so the fourth basic essential as a customizer or a restorer, you want to make sure that you have the proper materials for whatever job you're going to end up doing. If you're restoring and you need some barge cement, make sure that you guys are always having that readily on hand. It sucks to really have to do a job and you're having to go and rush and order the glue because you just weren't prepared. Now also make sure that you guys always have some acetone on hand. Remember, we don't use acetone to strip midsole. We use something such as Jasco to remove any kind of midsole paint needed when restoring midsoles. Things such as Bulldog Adhesion Promoter always goes a long way when wanting to make sure that your repaints and your customs last. And of course, we all love it, cotton balls.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
A lot of people use cotton balls. A lot of people also use microfiber towels, whatever the case may be. Whatever you use, make sure that you have this basic essential always on hand. The easiest way to go about is write it down. Make a list of the things that you guys need. It may sound super old school, but it's always easier to make sure that you guys can check off everything that you guys need while going down, rather than forgetting and having to reorder it, having to pay additional shipping. It'll avoid you having to go back again and reordering whatever it is that you guys need. So make sure that you guys always have the basic products and materials for the job that you guys are trying to do. Alright guys, so the last basic essential that you guys really want to make sure that you guys have on hand and on deck at all times is shoe trees. Guys, having shoe trees on hand are really going to be able to help you keep the form of the shoe at all times, whether you're customizing a brand new one or used one, restoring a vintage sneaker. You know, a lot of times being able to utilize these shoe trees really come in handy. You guys can easily get 20 pairs of these on Amazon. Most of you grab them probably from IKEA. Now, these are not the only kind of shoe trees that there are. Of course, there are multiple types of shoe trees. You have the wooden types, that those are super expensive. You also have the adjustable shoe trees that, for instance, Reshoevnator offers. I mean, all you have to do is just press it in and you guys can adjust the length of the shoe tree that you guys want. So like I said, there are many different types of shoe trees, benefits to all kinds of shoe trees. So make sure that you guys pick what's beneficial for you, what you guys enjoy the most, what you guys like the most. All this is about trial and error. I can provide you with what I think is best, what I like best, what I don't like. A lot of times what this comes down to is just, what's your personal preference? Trial and error. With that being said, shoe trees, really one of the biggest things that you want to make sure that you guys have on deck. Guys, just a little bonus essential that I want you guys to always make sure that you guys have on deck. Make sure that you guys do the research on what you guys are customizing and restoring. If you're customizing something, make sure you have the idea. You have a blueprint on what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. Going into a dark room and trying to throw darts at a target, whatever you're trying to restore, make sure that you know exactly how it's supposed to be restored. Understanding the difference between restoring and customizing is also super important. Making sure that you guys know that restoring is bringing it as close back to its original form as possible. Customizing is any kind of changes that you guys make to that shoe would be considered customizing. Guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. You found it informative. If you guys would like to see more of this type of content, please make sure that you drop a comment down below. Make sure you head over to Instagram. Follow me at fresco.court. Make sure that you smash the like button. You share it with a friend. Subscribe to the channel so that way we can help this channel grow as much as possible. Hit the bell notification so that way you guys are notified each and every time that I upload some new content. Thanks again for always supporting. Here is the 5 basic essentials for customizing and restoring. I hope you enjoy. Fresco